Hello, fans or sports fans, and welcome to Sports. I'm your host, Nick Youngers, and today we're going to be talking about sports. Well, the Machado-Harper sweepstakes are over, which means I can finally make my preseason predictions. Now, of course, and as I predicted, Bryce Harper signed with the Philadelphia Phillies, and then San Diego threw us a curveball with Manny Machado signing with the Padres. Now, I could wait until Craig Kimbrel signs with the team as he's the last remaining big free agent, but we don't have time to sit around and wait for Craig. So without further ado, allow me to present Nick's Picks 2019 Preseason Baseball Edition. Yeah, it's a long title, but it works. It works. Let's begin with the AL East and the defending champions. The Boston Red Sox look poised to make another championship run, but the Yankees are going to be tough competition. However, the Yankees were also tough competition last year when the Red Sox won the division. Winner, Red Sox, with the Yankees as a wild card. Next up is the AL Central, which consists of Cleveland and 4 other teams. Now, I've been saying all along that I think the White Sox are going to be the surprise team of 2019. However, after missing out on Machado, they just don't have the X factor to make it to the playoffs this year. And then, well, speaking of Cleveland, it seems to me that they're hitting the reset button a little too early. I say they've still got 2, maybe 3 years left to truly contend, but apparently their front office thinks otherwise. Still, they're in baseball's worst division, so Cleveland will win the AL Central. Next is the AL West. Now, this is a very interesting division. I mean, Houston is going to win it, hands down, but it comes down as to who is going to get that second wild card spot. Could it be Oakland, who came out of the woodwork last year and surprised everyone by making the playoffs? Or is it going to be the Angels, who have the best player in baseball and a few other guys who, in theory, should work, but just haven't? Well, for the Angels' sake, they better make the playoffs soon, otherwise Trout is going to leave in free agency in a few years. Now, I honestly think it's going to be Oakland. However, I'm going to predict that the Los Angeles Angels will make it to the postseason, as I think that Mike Trout will single-handedly will them there. Moving on to the National League, let's start with the NL East, where it comes down to the reigning division champs, Braves, the supposedly rebuilt Mets, and the 2019 offseason winners, Phillies. Look, I don't buy into this whole "the Mets are back" repertoire. I think they're going to be better than last year, but they're not going to the playoffs. And then I don't think Atlanta is going to take any steps backwards. However, after getting Real Mundo, Harper, it just seems that Philadelphia is going to take huge steps forward to win the division. But the Braves will be a wild card. Next, who do I think is going to win the NL Central? Don't ask stupid questions. Although, and this physically pains me to say, the Cardinals will be a wild card. Ooh. Now we move on to the last division with only one spot in the playoffs left. Now the NL West does have the 2-time reigning NL champions, the Dodgers. However, they did miss out on Bryce Harper after getting rid of almost their entire outfield. Now, I don't think that the Dodgers are going to be bad by any means. I just don't think they're going to be good enough to get back to the playoffs, let alone back to their 3rd straight World Series. Then there's Colorado, who's been making steps every year for the past 2 years and look like they're finally ready to burst through and win the division. But could San Diego, the Padres, and Manny Machado swoop in and steal the division title from under their feet? No, Colorado's going to win it. And then it comes down to my World Series prediction. Right now, I think it's going to be the Brewers, I know, shocker, versus the Astros. Both teams came so close to making the World Series last year, and I think that's going to be extra motivation for them to take the next step forward. And then, who do I think is going to win it all? Well, stay tuned until the outro to find out. Well, fans, thanks for tuning in. This week's Sports Inquiry is, what are your 2019 World Series predictions? Let me know down in the comments and feel free to criticize me on social media. And as always, be sure to like this video and subscribe to stay updated on all things Welcome to Sports and Channel 804. I'm Nick Youngers, and always remember, have a nice day, and go Brewers.
Jesus. He swallowed an entire bear.
Get back down there, Raul.
This is my bear. His name is Raul. Say hello, Raul. He says hi. He says hello. Okay, now for my first trick, I teach Raul how to say other words. Raul, say goodbye.
Very
He said
good.
goodbye.